All right, our next guest.
Our next guest.
Our next guest has appeared at colleges and he's a friend. I want to say he's an old friend because I've known him for so long. But like everybody else that comes on the show, it's like we're all workaholics. We never actually see each other. We don't have any actual friendships outside of when we're talking in microphones. But just welcome the amazing Brett Gelman, and let's get to know him.
Hey.
I told you. I said backstage. I said, "There's no format, and I'm a horrible host." And you said,
"Well, I'm an equally as horrible guest."
Yeah.
No, but I'm a fan of the show, so I know the drill.
You really listen to this piece of shit?
I mean, just to get my mind off myself, or give myself the illusion that I'm getting my mind off myself. I love it.
When we moved to this venue, the Dynasty Typewriter, owned by the Genji Cohen, we were picking you had been here already. You were you were in the cupboards when we were touring the house.
Right.
Like, what's this? Is Brett Gelman's in here?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I did a bunch of shows here when it first was opening. I love it here. And but then it was just way too demanding to be putting up a show every week.
What did I miss by not seeing your show?
There would always be a theme, and it would somewhat relate to that theme, and I'd just basically be an asshole for 2 hours. Bring out stand-ups and things like that. And I showed my mother when I was bar mitzvah age. She sent these letters out to all of these comedians that she got this big address book from this dude in Vegas.
Like when you were a kid? Like she was trying to
when I was a
help
kid, yeah. And I mean, I always wanted to do.
Do you want a drink, by the way?
No, I'm okay. Thank you so much. I mean, I want one, but no, I'm just kidding.
Do you want me to have 5 of them?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Well,
I want you to have 5 of them for me. No, I can't. I'm physically allergic to it.
Oh no!
I can't do it.
So you get all red in the face.
The Jewish organs start to shut down. Inbreeding, people, inbreeding. Not a lot of people in the shtetl in the old country. You had to compromise.
You lucked out. You don't want a hollow leg genetically. I don't think that's like a gift.
Right. No.
It'll help you win a couple contests from the ages of 30 to 40, but then the rest is all credit card debt.
And if there's anything I do, it's win contests.
I just mean like the old thing, like we associate. I drank him under the table and stuff like that. You get a couple of thrills where you're like, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I fucking drank that dude under the table.
Right.
Like you get like 3 of those, and then the rest is just you have like I think it seems the ethnicities that can hold their liquor the best seem to also have these eraser moles that grow off of their body.
Yeah.
It's like an Eastern European thing.
Right.
Anyway, sorry. What were you talking about?
No, I got
your mom.
No,
wrote
I got
these
some
letters.
skin tags too, though. I do have some skin tags, so I'm fucked on that count as well. No, but she sent letters to all of these comedians and she got their headshots too from this guy,
right?
And sent them a letter. You're my son's favorite comedian. Will you sign this picture and put in the self-addressed envelope?
Because
for his bar mitzvah.
Your mom was like it's all
Jewish.
It's all about connections and stuff.
It was all about She was like, and will you hire him someday?
Right.
Yeah, and will you make his pay equal to yours?
Was your mom in the business in any
Not at
way?
all. Not at all.
What did she do?
Well, I guess in a way she's in the business. She's an agent for photographers for advertising. But I don't think, was she doing that? No, she was, I think, by the time I was bar mitzvah.
She was showbiz adjacent.
She was definitely showbiz adjacent.
She knows the smell of the lime in the limelight.
Right. And she contributes to the agency that tells showbiz what to do.
Right.
The advertising agency.
She certainly knows as a photographer. She's like, look, I could point this thing at a Daddy Longlegs or a mountain,
right,
and I'll either be Ansel Adams or Oprah.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Either way, I win.
I don't know who's famous for Daddy Longlegs photos.
Oh no, Oprah actually.
She
has a series of famous Daddy Longlegs
in her book, Take a Walk, Daddy. my journey from passion to professionalism. She talks about the heartache of having to turn your back on what you're truly good at and what really fulfills you for what makes money. And she was I was never born to be a talk show host. I love taking photos of daddy long legs.
Yeah. No, in her rider, whenever she's a guest anywhere, it's in her rider that there are 20 daddy long legs in her dressing room, along with 3 different kinds of cameras. And that's how she warms up, apparently.
She's one of those snobs that'll quickly remind you that those aren't spiders.
Yeah.
And she'll, and if you even go near that fucking myth about how they're actually the most toxic insect in the world.
Is that not true?
Yeah, it's totally not true.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's one of those things like the 100th monkey thing it's just like, it's not true, so you don't look it up, and then you look it up, and of course it's not true.
What happens to every 100th monkey?
Well, put a pin in that because I just want to share in case they haven't heard it.
I'd like to talk to you about marijuana. It's a fun myth. The idea that daddy long legs. You guys know what daddy long legs are, right? Everybody knows that. The myth is that they're poisonous, and their poison is actually could kill you. It's actually the most toxic poison per drop capita.
But they're stingers.
But they can't penetrate human skin. So if they ever were to try to kill you, they would just never. It'd be like giving the son of Sam a wiffle ball bat. But
the monkey though, what's the monkey one?
What's that?
What's the 100th monkey?
Okay, the 100th monkey thing. Jeff, you know that one.
Yeah,
you introduced me to that one.
That's the theory that there was monkeys on an island and they learned how to take a potato and they found out.
There was a story. Do you want me to grab it?
Take it, baby. Grab.
You might grab this baby.
I want you to reach in and grab it.
It seems like your pinchers aren't penetrating my epidermis. Like, I know the information you got could fucking blow my mind, but I'm not feeling the pinchers.
That was the daddy long legs of information.
The idea that any community of animals that start learning one new trait, that across the world, there's no way they could have communicated. They all start doing it.
The legend was that there was an anthropological or whatever you call it when it's monkeys, monkological, primatological, like the watchtower, like it was like in an archipelago or something. They're like monitoring this monkey population, and the monkey population would eat potatoes, and then they observed a monkey like dropping its potato in some salt water. And then fishing it out and eating it, and then observed it like being blown away by both a cleaner potato and a salted potato, and then observed it teaching a friend monkey. All of this scans with what we know about monkeys. They're actually quite smart. They could write Hamlet if you gave them enough time, and space and typewriters. But then the 100th monkey principle is sort of a pop science like X factor principle that says that these people were watching this group of monkeys on one island, and that when the 100th monkey learned to wash their potato, that spontaneously an unrelated research or unconnected like research tower watching the same species but a completely unconnected island of monkeys, that they spontaneously began washing their potatoes without any causal thing. So the 100th monkey concept is the idea of genetic Wi-Fi of like learned.
But it's a myth.
But it's a myth that never happened.
Yeah. Every 100th monkey is psychic. I think it's the idea that like evolutionary like wise, like when enough of a community learns something, it becomes global. Because like it was like an evolutionary thing that was going to happen anyway. Right?
Yeah, I think the idea would be with some of this stuff, which I think is important to stay open to, because God knows before Einstein, they believed in this shit called the ether. They had to. It's what filled in all of the blank spaces. When there's that many blank spaces, why does light behave this way? So scientists in the modern world, a world that had gasoline, watches, not quite television, but boy, if you saw one of these people in a time travel town, like they wouldn't be an alien. This is like the fucking 20s, and people believed in this like interstellar jelly that we couldn't see or detect called the ether, that was the thing that explained why if you turn on your flashlight in a boxcar that's traveling, that a person observing the boxcar will see the light that move at a different whatever the blank spaces were and all the questions that we needed to answer about light. I can't wrap my brain around even the questions that they're asking, so I don't blame them for inventing this thing called the ether. They're like, well, that's the ether. They would say, if you're driving in a boxcar, that it's filled with ether, which we can't measure. It doesn't weigh anything. It's just like this jelly that travels with the boxcar.
Why are people driving in boxcars?
So like because they were trying to illustrate that, you know the old stand-up joke, if you're traveling at the speed of light in your car and you turn the headlights on, what happens? Right. So like it starts with a legitimate question that they really had.
What happens?
Well, theoretically, I don't know. Do the headlights fall off? Do you get younger? Does the light turn into a candle?
Who did that joke?
Who did it first?
Yeah.
Einstein.
I feel like
I think that was Paul Rodriguez.
Paul Rodriguez. Like, the speed of light in my barrio was. Anyways, it seems like a Stephen Wright
I thought it was maybe Stephen Wright.
But yeah, anyways, god damn it. So fucking whatever. But I'm saying like people make up fairy tales. The scientific community makes up shit.
That's why it's so annoying whenever anybody argues science in terms of an argument for something. Because no, it's not always annoying. Actually, it's quite essential these days. I mean the opposite of what I just said. Yeah, no, we should. Never mind. I'm not even going to. I do have a point beyond that point, but I'm not going to even make it because I need to support science right now. Fully and utterly. No, listen to science. Science is right, 100%. Let's go with science. Try that on for size. World and United States.
I think science is having a pretty good year right now. Science is having a good run.
They're definitely heroes right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they're like the way Han Solo was at the end of Empire.
Exactly. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Oh no, totally.
Definitely our favorite character walking out of the theater at this very sad point.
Right.
Science got frozen in carbonite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But right before it did, it said I love you.
Maybe maybe one of us need to dress up like Princess Leia did. We have to scam science free, right? We have to stop taking the high road.
I do think I'll extend this metaphor. I hope when science thaws out, it is as big a pussy as Han Solo was in Jedi. Sorry for using pussy as a pejorative, but because science science needs to. If we survive this culture war, I would like to see one of the side effects be that science, just in general, not scientists, not each individual scientist, but if it's like a two-way agreement between people in science, which says, you know what, this is a religion in the sense that it is a connection to the unknown, and therefore you can't necessarily be science and simultaneously say, I don't care. I don't know what happens. I don't care what happens. Who gives a shit? It's not my job. You know what I mean? We are lost little lambs because we did a long time ago agree to trust in science over all this other mishigas. We, in spite of what we see every day that frustrates us, we have as a species decided to be humanist and be like, look, I'm not going to believe things that people that threaten to burn you at the stake tell me to believe. I'm going to believe the people looking through telescopes.
Right.
And so we since we're obviously not going to spontaneously develop a culture that saves us, that tells us to be good people, and since we no longer want to base that on whether you go to heaven or hell, like the next step is we have to become like Vulcan, you know, like and
we need a science Jesus.
We need a science Jesus.
Yeah.
Who won't act like Jesus? Because he'll be like, I don't want to get crucified. I'm a scientist. All of my data shows that will hurt and will kill me. And all I ask is for you to think about that for a second. Empathy is scientifically proven to solve our problems. Communication, honesty, to maybe connect some of these things that we currently look at as being like moralistic and disconnect morality from this other thing that we call religion.
Yeah.
So that we can finally be because it's like we still connect the concept of atheism to like amorality. Like it's still getting done. It still gets done in your head. We gotta fix that.
I feel like Spencer is our science Jesus.
Oh shit. You guys,
you're in trouble, buddy.
I got a boxcar full of ether out back.
Yeah.
I mean,
wow, what a science Jesus. Wow.
And the street value of ether is
really
like through the roof now that it's been disproven.
I know.
You can't make more.
The bad news is we were wrong about the ether. The good news is we got a fucking ton of it, everybody. Yeah. Let's get nuts.
Yeah. It's like finding out that you have someone has Quaaludes.
Right.
Oh,
is ether the new Quaaludes? Or it was back then?
Quaaludes are the new ether,
right.
but also those are gone.
What about,
I know.